Hey, everything is tabletop RPGs to me. This is the Kickstarter for Osziana, a brand new campaign setting for 5th edition tabletop RPGs. Welcome to our Kickstarter. Osziana is a brand new flavor of campaign setting that's being introduced to 5th edition. Haven't ever seen anything like it before, bringing in a whole new batch of races and classes that really kind of bring out the epic level gameplay at lower levels. In order to play Osziana, you're going to need the core rulebooks, just like any other 5th edition campaign setting. However, we have introduced our own rule system to help combat along, make it a bit more visceral, while not adding on to the calculations to slow things down. Magic is entirely ran differently. No longer do players purchase essentially day by day what spells they'll be able to use as if they're items or potions. Instead, they will have a more natural feeling system. One die roll can tell you just how well you cast that spell, if there was a mishap, if you did a fantastic job, and depending on the spell's level and complexity, a spellcaster could sit there slinging spells all day long, just like any warrior swinging their sword, or they could just burn out everything, do their highest level spells, and physically feel the suffering from that in a new exhaustion-based magic system. Overall, Osziana has 7 new races, including all the returns of old races, and each race has 3 or more different sub-races and templates that can be added, including Fiendish and Celestial. We have the new Drakians, which are kind of like the Dragonborn, but they are a little more advanced. We have new Isotins, which are these sort of ice elves that have come from another world. We have the kobolds, which are now part of society and been revamped. We also have brand new mologs, which are these, they look like earth elementals, but they're actually slime creatures that essentially build the body around them. Osziana completely revamps the class system with 11 new classes. They will play similar to classes that you're familiar with all new upgrade systems for the world. This Sigillus here is actually an Iceton, one of the new races. The Sigillus have replaced the wizards of old. They use mathematics and sigils and other type of science to their world to pull energy from the weave and produce spells. Unlike your traditional wizard, they can actually place sigils on the ground, pre-creating traps and areas to cast spells, allowing players to actually, if they have time to prepare, create a better battlefield for themselves. And for GMs to do the same. The setting overall is in a world that almost reached pre-industrial when it temporarily lost magic, and because of this and all of the powerful creatures, the flora and fauna that could fight against everyone, all the groups of races had to band together, move into larger cities. They tried to figure out ways of fighting back without magic, because they were so magic dependent. And right before they hit what would have been the industrial era for them, magic was rediscovered in a whole new way. And so they used this new magic and have basically entered an entirely different technological era that could be seen as similar to ours, but as if magic was the main driving force. The setting provides excellent storytelling device for any GM to introduce any scene without seeming too outlandish for the world. With how everyone had to return and move into singular mega cities, what they now call them, and living in mass populations, the rest of the world ran to ruin during that time. So adventurers now are going out and rediscovering everything that had been misplaced during what they refer to as the Harrowing, or when magic had stopped. The new way that magic was accessed was actually discovered by 2 of the new races in game that kind of became famous for it, but they were trying to produce a way of creating what would essentially be a type of analog computer for them. And instead they ended up making contact with what they call an arcane intelligence, one of the beings that exists in the new reformed weave. And the weave now works kind of like the internet for them. It travels information, magic, items, it all moves through the weave, and is controlled by these great arcane intelligences, or AIs for short. They're kind of the new deities of the world. The reason why we were starting this Kickstarter and asking for help from the Kickstarting community is money for artwork. We want to provide the artwork that people in this industry have become used to, of high quality, that we can show the world to help the imaginations flow.
I draw every day, and I come home, I run home because I want to start and finish and start a new character, and then finish the character to start a new one, and it's just I don't know. I love it.
Hopefully, if we do well enough, we'll create a website that will be like the actual in-game weave and kind of give the players an interaction of what that would feel like. It'll give dossiers and all the different races and classes and creatures and all that information at your fingertips, organized neatly and easy to find. Please take a look at our awesome rewards below.
I'm now Delwood. No, I like Delwood better.
That's Delwood. So, as you guys come up, you see there's a large camp off in the distance, and it looks like it was hastily drawn immediately.
Oh, okay.
Because I had planned on using before our eyes. I had planned on